Hi, I'm Ben Rosenblatt, a local franchise owner of ShelfGenie of New Jersey. We're here at Jersey Home Show displaying our Glide Out kitchen. And with me today is Bruce Kolbinski, our Director of Operations from Atlanta. Hi Bruce, how are you doing?
Great, it's a pleasure to be here in New Jersey. You guys have done a fantastic job with this home show display.
Oh great, I'm glad to hear it. Well, why don't you take us through the latest development of ShelfGenie products?
I'd be glad to, Ben. Why don't we take a look around at all the different applications ShelfGenie has to offer. This is our display booth at the show, and we'd like to take you around and show you the different features at ShelfGenie, all the different applications that we have with our Glide Out shelving, which we're confident will help you achieve our three goals of more space, easier access, and better organization within your kitchen. If you're like most people, this is probably what some of your cabinets might look like. Various and sundry things kind of just strewn about in your cabinet. At ShelfGenie, our goal is to bring organization to every cabinet with our Glide Out shelving system, which gives you easier access to all the items in your cabinets, even the things in the far back. So what do we make our ShelfGenies out of? This is a typical ShelfGenie Glide Out product. And right off the bat, you'll notice the quality and workmanship that goes into every shelf. We make our shelves out of 9-ply Baltic birch, which is virtually warp resistant. It's coated with a melamine coating, which is scratch resistant. Cans will never scratch this material. ShelfGenie rails are the best in the business. Stainless steel construction, ball bearings, 250 per rail, gives you this easy, smooth gliding feature as your Glide Out shelves go in and out of every cabinet. Probably the number one thing our customers call us for at ShelfGenie is a solution for their pantry storage needs. Here's a great example of a pantry that you might see in a closet pantry setting, where we have several different shelves that accommodate the different products that any customer would use. Towards the bottom, we'll place our bigger items in the more substantial double-sized support Glide Outs. But what we really try to do is eliminate that dead space in between your cabinet shelves. If this happens to be your soup shelf, we can place this shelf so that there's a very small amount of air that's wasted in between the two shelves. Each one of these shelves can hold up to 100 pounds of weight, as demonstrated by all of these Coca-Cola cans on a shelf, and they're very sturdy. What we also try and do in certain cases is give you flexibility with our slope feature, which allows you to store taller items in the back and smaller items in the front. So one thing's for sure, with the ShelfGenie Glide Out system, anything that you have in your pantry is always at your fingertips and easy to find because you can pull it out and there it is. Now this is my favorite item at ShelfGenie. We call it our blind corner. And it might look familiar to you at home if you have a situation where you've got to reach in and try and get all the way back into the corner of your cabinet. Now obviously you're going to have a countertop on your cabinet at home. This is just for display purposes. But with the blind corner, we're able to bring our front unit forward and our back unit traverses across and covers where the front unit had been only moments ago. This gives you easy access to those items which previously were hidden way back in the deep corners of your cabinet. These come in two levels, so you have a top layer and a second layer. The bottom layer is the same thing. Again, instead of getting on your hands and knees to get in that back corner, now all of a sudden it's right there at your fingertips. Now this is an example of our three-piece blind corner. This area right in here would be left open intentionally to accommodate taller items that you might have, such as this blender. But the principle's still the same. The front piece will slide out and the back pieces will traverse over that space, giving you access to the things in the back of your cabinet. At ShelfGenie, we're always trying to come up with creative ways to find solutions for our customers' needs in the kitchen. And we've heard from a lot of our customers that they need an application like this, our mixer lift. With this, we've taken the principle of ShelfGenie Glide Outs so that you can bring out into your kitchen your mixer, and then with the ease of hydraulics, bring this mixer up to counter level. No more bending, no more straining to lift this heavy mixer up and placing it on your counter. And you also don't have to leave the mixer on the counter when you only use it every now and then. What a great new application from ShelfGenie. Now for those of you who are really into organization, you're going to love this feature. It's called our file compartment. You're able to have a file cabinet for all of your recipes, your receipts, your warranties, bringing the convenience of an office organization system right into your kitchen. Probably the highest traffic area in any kitchen, believe it or not, is right around the trash can. And a lot of times that trash can can be on the other side of the kitchen. But with ShelfGenie, what we will do is turn one of your cabinets into a trash container by attaching the door of your cabinet to one of the glide outs, bringing the quality of the glide out and the rail into play for your trash container. Also, a lot of people will get a second trash can in there for recyclable units as well. Our goal at ShelfGenie is to find a design solution for your kitchen that meets your needs and budget. And one of the ways we can save our customers money is by this application right here. We call it our stile removal. Many cabinets will have a stile right down the middle. What we'll do is we'll detach that stile from the cabinet and attach it to the door. This allows us to put in larger glide outs as opposed to having two smaller openings. Here's a great example of how a stile can be removed and larger glide outs can be installed. Believe it or not, one big glide out is less expensive than two smaller glide outs. Here we are looking under a typical sink where you've got an obstruction like this pipe, but with ShelfGenie's riser application, we're able to access all of this space up here by having this elevated box which is attached to the glide out below. You're able to store your everyday things like sponges up high while you've got your cleaning products below. This application is known as a tray bin. What we use a tray bin for are big bulky items like trays and platters that typically get stored flat in any given closet, which makes it tough to have to dig out from the bottom. With the tray bin, they're vertical, so pulling them out, simple. And you can always quickly tell which item it is that you're looking for. We have a lot of other features at ShelfGenie as well. For instance, with this glide out, it's divided up with dividers. These are movable dividers that can allow you to specialize the depth that you want the different compartments to be. We also have a little scoop option here, kind of a handle that lets you know where it is you want to pull from. But the best feature about ShelfGenie is all of them are custom made and they're measured down to the nearest millimeter to maximize all of the space inside of your cabinet. And we even go to the detail of adding these little guards right here, bumper guards, so that there's no contact with your door and therefore no scratching. We at ShelfGenie realize that the most important kitchen to you is the one in your own home. And that's why we offer a free in-home consultation where one of our expert designers will come to your home, sit down with you and discuss your storage needs and patterns and create a design that will hopefully meet your needs and your budget.
Well, Bruce, that was great. Well, thanks for coming over to New Jersey.
Ben, my pleasure. I really enjoy getting to see all the people here in New Jersey. A great home show going on here.
Great, I'm glad to have you here, and that was a great introduction to ShelfGenie. And for all your folks out there, contact us at ShelfGenie for all your shelving solutions, where more space, easier access, and better organization is our trademark.